foremost, take out your cell phones and turn them off. Thank you. Make sure they're all the way off, not just on silent, please. The signal interferes with our system. So please make sure they're all the way off or on airplane mode. Thank you. Also, if you have anything that makes noise, packets of chips or whatever, please wait. If you have candy that you want to unwrap, do it now. You're about to see Threepenny Opera. It's going to be about 2.5 hours. There are 2 brief intermissions, 10 minutes each. We have been working on this since September. It's been a long way. And we put a lot of work in this. I'm very, very proud of all my cast and my crew for all the work they have done. And we really hope that you will enjoy the show.
Penny Towler was discovered with a jackknife in her breast, and when keys rose down to dockside, knows no more than all the rest. And a widow, not yet 20, everybody called her miss. Woke up and was violated. What did Mackie pay for this? And a widow, not yet 20, everybody called her miss. Woke up and was violated. What did Maggie pay for this? And a widow, not yet 20, everybody called her miss. Woke up and was violated. What did Mackie pay for this? Look, that was Mackie the knife.
Wake up, you old image of God. Get on with your sinful backsliding. Continue to perpetrate fraud. Jehovah will do the providing. Go butter your brother, you bear. Sell your wife at an auction, you lout. You think our Lord God isn't there? On Judgment Day you will find out something new. That's what we must have. My business is too difficult. You see, my business is trying to arouse human pity. There are a few things that will move people to pity, a few. But the trouble is, when they've been used up too many times, they no longer work. Human beings have the horrid capacity to make themselves heartless at will. So it happens when a man sees another man on the street corner with only a stump for an arm. He'll be so shocked that the first time he sees him, he'll give him 6 pence. However, the second time he sees him, it'll only be a 3-penny bit. And the third time he sees him, he'll hand him over cold-bloodedly to the police. It's the same with these spiritual weapons. What leaves most fine and most stirring sayings on the most enticing of words if they're used up too quickly? There are 4 or 5 sayings in the Bible that really touch the heart. But when they're used up, one's daily bread is just gone. Take that one there. Give and it shall be given unto you. How threadbare it has become in the past 3 weeks we've had it. Sure, we can fall back on the Bible time and time again, but how often can that be done?
Peach and Company?
Peachum.
Also, you must be the firm called the Beggar's Friend. I was sent to you. All those things, what an investment. You must have a whole library of such things. Fellows like us, we never get an idea like that. You know, not being properly educated. How could business ever flourish?
Your name?
You see, Mr. Peachum, I have been lucky since I was a boy. My father was a drunkard and my mother was a gambler. And from an early age, I had to fend for myself. And without the loving hand of a mother to guide me, I sank deeper every day to the morass of the great city. I never knew a father's care or a blessing of a new home. So now you see me.
So now I see you.
You see me completely destitute, a prey to my own desires.
Like a wreck on the high seas and so forth. Tell me, wreck, in what district you recite this nursery rhyme?
What do you mean, Mr. Peachum?
You recite this speech in public, of course?
Yeah. You see, Mr. Peachum, there was a nasty little incident yesterday back in Highland Street. I was out there standing in the corner, hand in hand, not meaning any harm to anyone.
Highland Street, yes. You were the clown back with the honey and Sam talk yesterday. You had the impertinence to solicit passerbys in District 10. We let go at a good meeting, and you took it no regardless. But if you let yourself be seen there again, you should have to use the saw.
What can I do then, Mr. Peter? These gentlemen, they really beat me black and blue and they gave me your business card. And why would you take this off? You think you were looking at a macro?
My friend, if you don't look at the flounder, my people were a sight too easy on you. This young sprout comes along and imagine if he sticks his paws out, he'll be all set for a nice juicy steak. How would you react if someone took the best trout out of your pond?
But I haven't got a pond. Well,
Licenses are only granted to professionals. London is divided into 14 districts. Anyone wishing to apply the begging trade must get a license from none other than Jonathan Jeremiah Peachum. My God, anyone can come along, a prey to his own desires.
only a few shillings stand between me and Cody Rooney. I must be able to do something with 2 shillings in hand.
£1.
Mr. Peter, shut your eyes, shut your ears not to misery.
You should give, and I should be given unto you.
Pounds? 10 shillings?
And 50% of the weekly earnings, including outfit, 70%.
Please, what does the outfit consist of?
The firm besides that.
And what district can I sign up?
Top half of Upper Baker Street. Yes, it's cheaper there, including outfit, only 50%.
Thank you.
Your name?
Charles Filch.
Correct. Mrs. Peter! This is Filch, number 314 Upper Baker Street. I'll enter it myself. Of course, I don't want to start right before the coronation. The chance of a lifetime to earn a little money. Outfit C for you.
What is that?
These are the 5 basic types of human misery that's adapted to touching the human heart. They induce an unnatural state of mind in which a person is actually willing to give money away.
Affidavit, victim of moral perfect. Cheerful people always type
Outfit B, the victim of the art of war, troubles of teacher, annoys passersby. His job is to arouse disgust, modified by melee.
Outfit C, victim of the industrial war, the pitiful blind, and the high school and ankle begging.
Hey, Bill You'll never make a beggar not in a lifetime! That sort of attitude is only fit for passerbys. It's outfit C for you. Celia, you've been drinking again, and now you can't see it with your own damn eyes. Number 136 has been complaining about his necktie. How often must I tell you that a gentleman will not pay out filthy clothing next to his skin? Number 136 has paid for a brand new costume. The stains, the only kit on it capable of waking pity, would he put on by neatly ironing a parent for wax. Never trouble to think, well, he must do things for himself. Here, undress and put these on, but take care of your things.
What happens to my things?
Property of the firm.
Outfit E, a young man who's seen better days. Preferably one who never thought he would come down to
Oh,
this.
so you're using that too? Why can't I have a manager's outfit?
Because no one believes in his own misery, my boy. If you have the stomach, you can say so. It only sounds disgusting. Anyway, you're no place to ask questions. Just put these on.
This is dirty. I'm sorry, mister. I'm sorry.
Just move on, Sonny. I'm not gonna hold your trousers through Christmas.
But no, I'm not gonna take my shoes off, not for anything. I rather chop the whole thing in. These were the only gift from my poor mother, and I'm not taking these off.
Don't talk rubbish. I'm only for 30 feet.
Why do you expect me to wash my feet in a regular winter?
Where's your daughter?
Holly, there's.
Was that man here again yesterday? The one who always comes when I'm out?
Jonathan, don't be so suspicious. There isn't a finer gentleman alive. Plus, the captain takes quite an interest in our Holly. And if I can see an inch before my nose, Holly is fond of him too.
Oh, there you go again, Celia. Though when my daughter was out a millionaire, still she's going to marry. And do you think our miserable business will last another week if our filthy customers have only your legs to look at? A husband, he'd soon have us in his clutches so he would. Do you think your daughter's better than you and keep your mouth shut in bed?
You've got a nice opinion of your daughter.
The worst, the very worst. She's nothing but a mass of sensuality.
Well, she's really better than it from you.
Marry! My daughter's ruler to be what bread is to the starving. That's actually written somewhere in the Bible. Anyway, marriage is a disgusting business anyhow. I'll soon beat the marriage out of her.
Jonathan, you're just ignorant.
Ignorant! What's his name then, this gentleman?
People just call him always the captain.
So he even has an act in his name. Very nice, that's lovely.
Well, wouldn't be so ill-bred as to ask him for his birth certificate. Him being such a gentleman, inviting us to the Octopus Hotel for a little hop.
Where?
The Octopus for a little hop.
Captain. Octopus Hotel. I see.
That gentleman never touched me and my daughter, except with his kid gloves on.
Kid gloves!
Now, if you come to think of that, he always has his
White kid loves it, and stick with an ivory handle, and spats over your pink leather shoes, and I tell it down a scar.
On his neck. How do you know all this about him?
Mr. Peter, can you give me a few tips on what to do with these? I like a system rather than going randomly.
He wants a system.
He can be an idiot. Come back at 6 this evening for the beginning of necessities. Now get out! And 50%! Now all my YouTube is, he's macking tonight!
Lord save us. Mackie the knife. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Where's Polly?
Holly, she hasn't been home. Her bed's not touched.
Then she's beginning supper with that war merchant. I'm certain of it, Jonathan.
For our sake, I hope it was the wool merchant. Like to do what has a purpose and a goal. They prefer fun, they prefer fun. Do they think the Lord is busy pouring manna on their head?
Such is the Lord, so hope. That magic, can you feel the heart beating slow? And then it's when the little goes, I'll go with it, Johnny. And the moon is shining on the
like to spend the night at home and in my bed. She prefers fun, after which of course they end up in the damnedest of all holes. Such is the moon of the hope, such is that magic heart beating spell, and it is where thou goes, I will go with thee, Johnny. And the old moon is yawning, and you're shot to hell.
Hi, hands up if anyone's there. Well, is anyone there? No, not us, so we can have marriage free stable now.
This is a stable.
So I'm good for a while, Polly. Today, in this stable, my marriage to Miss Polly Peach will be celebrated. She has fallen me for love. He wanted to share the rest of her life with me.
A lot of people in London will be saying this is the richest thing you have ever done. Learn Mr. Peacham's only child, own house.
Who is Mr. Peacham?
A lot of people say he's the poorest man in London.
We are not thinking of having our marriage here. It's just a nasty kind of stable. You can't even buy the clergyman here. And besides, it isn't in ours. We ought not to begin a new life with a burglary knife. This is the happiest day of our lives.
There is child. Everything shall be at your wish. None stone shall touch a little fish. The furnishing, on their way at this very moment.
Here comes the furniture.
Love. I think you're foot mount.
A couple of strands running our way.
Amateurs.
We did what we could, but the three people in the West End are gone. Good job.
Amateurs and fuckers. My orders were, you will exchange me over what you and makes me. I'm sick of having to think of it. You guys will never be businessmen. Cannibals. Never businessmen.
Good look, man, half an hour ago, this taxi or two still belonged to Church of Somerset.
Whatever furniture is found.
How do you like it, Mom?
But those poor people, just for a few bits of furniture.
And what furniture? Jump! I go to the store. And my people's sofa. And where's the table?
The table? The table.
I'm so unhappy. Let's just hope anyhow the clergyman won't come.
But he will. He told him the way quite clearly.
My wife is upset. And where's the rest of the church? I go to the store, no church. Never trouble thing. How often does happen? When I have a wedding, shut up, Bobby. How often does happen in masking? That I don't leave anything to you. It makes my wife unhappy from the start.
Dear Polly.
Dear Polly, I'll knock your head into your crop. Dear Polly, you soon regret. What would I like, dear Polly? Maybe you slept
Come
well.
back.
I swear that Madam Mr. Stanley you look more well-going.
You also scored. No chairs. What you say to that, right?
Well, it could be worse.
2 chairs on the sofa and private chairs on the ground.
Yes, it's a fun thing.
Solid legs on the score. Come on, come on.
Yes, they got the license from the registrar. A toad. And so also the dance row. We have another bench, madam.
So may I now request you gentlemen to take me back and dress yourself respectfully after all this inviting the moment. Polly, may I ask you if these are what?
Is that the wedding process? Is it all stolen, Mike?
Of course, of course.
I'd like to know what you do just to knock on the door and the sheriff came in.
Then I will show you what your husband can do.
Not a chance of it today. All the police are lining up the street. The Queen's going for the collision on Friday.
2 knives and 14 forks. A fork for each chair.
Well, wash out. That's the work of apprentices, not trained men. Haven't you understand? You have to be able to tell the difference between sheep and dog to doors.
We want to bring the most valuable things. But that would. It's actually first class.
Henry, Captain. Come here, buddy.
Very much, Captain. On behalf of all on the happiest day of your life, the springtime of your career, it's a turning point. One might say to offer you the heartiest congratulations and so far, it's horrible this thing. Anyway, China,
Thank you, Dad. It's very nice.
spoken from heart. Give your head up, man. I mean, as far as the head concerned, never like to chew.
Hold this out. Keep your 30 jokes for a kid. Just invite slut board.
Hey, Matt, don't be so common.
I object you calling Kitty a slut.
You object, do you?
And what's more, I never dare just for Kitty. I respect her far too much of that, which maybe you cannot understand. Being the way you made. You want to know about dirty jokes. You think this essence of me to think she said to her?
This is a wedding.
Look, just from prejudice.
All this stuff has around the day of marriage. You never thought your husband would be like down at all these fancy
I think it's nuts.
Try it. No one's letting you down. A little difference of opinion can happen any time. Your kid is just as good as anyone else. Now, come on with the wedding presents, my boy. Come on.
Get on with it.
Oh, a wedding present. How sweet of you, Miss Marmaduke. Look, Mike, what a lovely night.
Another dirty joke, son, Captain.
All right, now don't up any of this pacification.
How about this? A chicken knife.
Of course.
It's wonderful. I'm so happy. I can't put words. Your kindness is so fantastic. A shame you haven't a hope for it, isn't it, Mike?
I think there's a beginning. All beginnings are very difficult. Many thanks, one. Now clear the stuff away. Fools!
Of course, that will never bring anything. But trust me, love, I'm so embarrassed.
Don't mention it before you start the game, Jacob.
All the boys doing their present around and said they were sorry. You send me those pictures. I'm so excited to read. What else is always some takes it to you to win through. Jag är min JJ säger du låter.
This is the finest move I ever did. Shall start.
Lovely things, the Boy Academy.
The act man is for the summer is ending who's new at you. On the way here, Robert came on the side. This guy is an anti-battle. Respectful people for battle.
And how will your actual today of all this?
Oh, can someone say something? Something delightful?
Something delightful. That's a good word.
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't wish to begin. Travelers always full of interest to trial exhibition for a man. I prefer something more faster. A lot of people always do such a thing on a day like this.
What sort of things?
What to think about myself?
Oh, you might have arranged something other than eating and telling dirty jokes. Okay, I guess say like this. Just shows how much one can rely on one's friend.
Mac, the smoke song is really good.
I'll bet you've never ate salmon like this before. Mac has it like every day. You're in the honey pot, right? I've always said that Mac would have a fine match for a girl with feelings for higher things. I said so to Lucy yesterday.
Lucy? Who's Lucy, man?
Wow, Lucy, you know you must take it seriously.
Are you wanting something? The salt?
No,
What are you going to say?
no, I wasn't going to say anything. I'll get my tongue burned.
What have you got in your hand, Jacob?
A knife, Captain.
And what have you got in your plate?
A chop, Captain.
I see. And with the knife, I believe you're eating the trout. This is not bird. Have you ever seen such a thing? Eating fish with a knife?
A person who does this is a pig. Understand me? Try to learn.
You have a lot to do before you get to such awesome kind of gentleman. Do you even know what the word means?
A gentleman.
I know the difference from a woman.
So no one wants to say anything to brighten the day up a little bit. So this is just another damn sad, ordinary 30 days like the other.
Does anyone keep watching the door?
No, perhaps I should go watch the door. That's right, maybe you want me to go watch the door. So you can all sit here and stop yourself at my expense.
What do you mean? At my expense? Shut up, boy. I'll go back. Who's come here anyway?
Cop there.
Have in the cupboard. Bro, try your door.
Sorry, it's a Reverend Kimball.
Good evening, Dr. Kimball.
Well, at last I find you. In a little time I find you. A small place indeed, but your own.
The Duke of the chairs.
How do you do, Reynolds? I'm so glad you come on the happiest day of our lives.
But I request an anthem for the Reverend King.
How about you love and marry side?
Of course, if you'll introduce.
Oh yes, oh yes. I should very much like to hear all your voices raised in song, my men.
Let's begin, gents. Just the right word. Gents, poetry. I mean, no light, no sweat, nothing.
Gentlemen, if nobody would do anything, I myself will sing a little song as best I can. And in it, I'm going to imitate a girl that I once saw in a little bar in Soho. She was washing up skipping, and I must tell you that everyone laughed at her. And then one day, she spoke to the customers and told them the things that I'm going to sing to you now. So, this is a little bar. You must imagine nothing filthy dirty. And she stood behind it from morning to night. That's a slop pill, and this is a cloth she used for drying glasses. Where you are sitting, set the man who laughed at her. And you can laugh too, so that everything is just as it was. But if you don't want to, then you need it. Now, one of you must say, you for instance, Mr. Walter, and when is your ship coming home, Jenny?
And when's your ship coming home, Jenny?
And another says, you perhaps. Do you still wash up the glasses, Pirate Jenny?
Do you still wash up the glasses, Pirate Jenny?
Yes. And now, I'll begin. Gentlemen, today you see me washing up the glasses and making up the beds and cleaning. And you give me pence a penny, I will consider the world. When you see my tatty clothing in this tatty old hotel, perhaps a little guess with whom you're dealing. Perhaps a little guess with whom you're dealing.
nice. It's art, not nice. Did one thing. But before such swines fight around, there's no point. It's wasted. Anyway, I don't know doing such kind of art in the future. What have you on your hand?
Two knives, Captain.
And what have you on your plate?
Smoked salmon, I think.
So with the knife, you're eating salmon.
Everything in life, people eat their fish with salmon. People who does it, something with that.
It's a pig, understand me? That'll teach you.
Captain Covers is the sheriff himself.
Not first. Tiger Brown it is. It is Tiger Brown. The sheriff of London and the Palace Field Battle. Was about to enter Captain McGee's small little boat. Now you learn something. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Mac. Now, I haven't got much time. I must leave in a minute. You have to pick on somebody else's stable. Another burglary.
But Jackie, that's so convenient. Anyway, I'm glad I can come up and take all my by practice. May I introduce my wife, Holly, and Peach. Holly, this is Tiger Brown, hello man, and these are my friends. You have seen them all before.
I'm here with private capacity, Mac.
So are they. Hey, Jacob.
That's it from there, Jacob. He's a dirty scoundrel.
And here, Walter, and
Well, we'll forget that for today.
Matthew, Robert.
Sit down, gentlemen. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
How did you meet the trouble? I can go over it, Mac.
Imagine it, sir.
Oh, so stop talking about basketball. I started on business. Holly, gentlemen, today, you see your midst. The man who our Soviet's indestructible wisdom has chosen upon to set high over his fellow men. And who yet have remained through fair weather. I found my friend. You all know who I mean. And you too, Brown. You know who I mean. Ah, Jackie, do you remember when you were a soldier and I was a soldier and together we served in India? Jackie, old man, shall we sing the song of the Happy Cannon?
John was a soldier, and so was James, and George became a surgeon in order. But the armies have not interesting names, they were soon marching north to the border. What soldiers live on is heavy cannon, from Cape to Kashmir. If it should rain one night, and they should chest aside, battles for faces of uncongenial races, they'll maybe chop them up to make some beefsteak tartare. John is rather cold at night, and Jetty found a whiskey rather hot, sir. But sure said everything's alright, for the only simply gonna go to pot, sir. What soldiers live on is heavy cannon, from Cape to Kashmir. If it should rain one night, and they should chance aside, had swarthy faces of uncongenial races, they'll make me chop them up to make some beefsteak tartare. John's gone west, and James is dead, and George is missing, and Bobby. Blood, however, is still blood red. They're recruiting again for the army. What soldiers live on is heavy cannon, from Cape to Kashmir. If it should rain one night, and they should chance aside, had swarthy faces of uncongenial races, they'll maybe chop them up to make some beefsteak tartare. Ha! What?
We're good friends, and yet the great times of life have separated us all apart. And our professions are quite different. Well, some might even say diametrically opposed. Our friendship has survived us all. That'll teach you. Seldom have I, the simplest hold-up man, have undertaken the smallest job without giving my friend Brown a share of the process, and a quite considerable share, Brown, as a proof and a token of my unswerving loyalty. And seldom has the all-powerful sheriff taken out of the help. Organize a single raid without previously giving me a little tip-off. To the friend, is you. And so forth, and so forth. So a matter of give and take. But that's what I call real friendship. Well, I'm glad you come today. And you know, I have to have you here. I just hope I don't make you too uncomfortable being in the position you are.
You know, Mac, I can't refuse you anything, but I must be going. I've got so much in my mind. If there is things should go wrong for aviation.
You know, Jack, my father-in-law is a repulsive swine. If he were to raise any sort of stink about me, is there anything you could use against me in Scotland Yard?
In Scotland Yard, there's not the slightest thing against you, Mac.
Of course not.
I saw that. Good night.
Aren't you gonna stand up?
All the best.
Stress and intimidation and the wrong coming.
You know, miss, we have our contest with the highest authority.
Yes, Mac always has a little iron fire, which he blames himself having liquor off. We've got our little iron in the fire too. Gentlemen, it's 9:30.
Now, the high was enough. Now this is right. Thank you, Francis. Thank you.
And now, the unobtrusive departure.
And now, since the was coming to know, then becomes a mere slave to his word. Stop on. Do you see the moon over Soho?
I see it, dearest. Do you feel my heart beating, dear Mother?
I can feel it.
Whither thou goest, I shall go with thee.
Where though the stay is, there too shall stay. There is no license, birds, sir. Lovely flower, make you cry.
And if I don't know who you are, or where I got hold of this count, the platter from which you're eating your bread, don't keep it long,
For death,
for love that lasts forever, or not so long, in many and many a time.
Married! First with over 4.5 dresses, gloves, and parasols, and when she's finally cost as much as a sailing ship to rig out, she flings herself in the gutter and ropes into Mason. Have you really gone and got married?
I was a girl and then I was a girl. I was innocent once as a youth. I thought I would have died in nature's song, so that I must just know what to do. And if he's a rich man, and if he's a nice man, and if he's called there by the white star,
So now she becomes a crux hussy. Very nice, that's lovely.
You are forward and so immorous to marry at all. Why must it be a horse thief and a footpad? It will cost you dear someday. I should have seen it coming. Even as a child, she was ahead as spoilers, Queen of England.
So she really got married.
Yes, yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock.
To a notorious criminal. Come to think of it, it shows great courage of a man. If I could give away my daughter, the last part of my old age, my house would fall out, my last dog would desert me. Why, I couldn't give away the dirt under my fingernails without risking death and starvation. If the three of us into this winter on one log of wood, we may lose next year. We may.
What are you thinking of, Jonathan? This is our reward for everything. I shall go mad. Everything's going round in my head. I can't stand anymore. Oh, a glass of brandy.
There! See how you don't your mother? Quick! A crook's trollop! That's nice! That's lovely! Strange how the old lady is taking its heart. The last consolation left for your poor old mother.
There. You can give her 2 glasses. My mother can take twice as much when she's not present. Better never realize again.
Oh, now she's showing her weak spot. Yes, it is into the game.
I must comment most strongly. This place is the biggest one, and this is not a proper stuff, but just a mess, and I won't waste my money on that.
Well, what do you want me to do? It's as good as the others, only you don't keep it clean.
Alright, and then why I can't earn as much as the others? No, you can't put that over on me. I may as well cut on my rear arm if you really want that job.
Well, what do you want me to do? I can't make you 5 stumps. In 10 minutes, I can make such a wreck out of any man. The dog would howl if we saw him. Here, take another one, but keep it in good condition.
That's what I have to do.
Leather is no good, Celia. Rubber is more impressive. Your bruise is going down, and it's your last. Now I'm going to start all over again. What's happened to you? You've been eating again. You'll have to be an example of.
Mr. Peter, I really haven't eaten much. My fat is unnatural. I can't help it.
You need to connive. You're dismissed. Between giving people a shock and getting on the nerves, there's obviously a difference. I need artists. Today, only artists give people that right for the shock. If you would learn that, your public would be forced to appreciate you. That never does occur to you.
Please consider him. Is he handsome? No, but he makes a living. He offers me an existence. He's a first-class burglar, a far-sighted, inexperienced burglar. I can tell you exactly how much he's got saved up. After a few successful enterprises, we can all save up and leave to the little house in the country, just like that Mr. Shakespeare that father admires so much.
Well then, it's all quite simple. You're married. What do you do when you're married? You get a divorce!
What do you mean?
Divorce!
But I love him. How can we love divorce?
Holly, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Mother, if you've ever been in love,
Love! Those damn books you keep reading. Turn your head, Holly. Everybody does that.
then I shall be an exception.
And I'll beat your balls to be an exception.
Oh, well, let's do that, but it's no use, because love is greater than the beaten bottom.
Don't try my patience too far, Holly.
I won't let you rob me of my love.
More than you've been fought for the years.
Love is the greatest thing in the world.
And that man has several women. When he's hanged, half of those of them hoarding as a widow is probably wrapping her arms. Oh, Jonathan.
Hanged! How did you come to think of hanging? It's a fine idea. Go outside, Polly. You are right, you know. The ideas are 40 pounds.
I see what you mean. Tell the sheriff.
And this way we get him hanged free. It'll be 2 birds with 1 stone. Only we have to find out where he's hiding.
I'm certain of it, Jonathan. He's missing scores.
They will never give him up, though.
Don't worry. Money rules the world. Leave it to me. I'll go straight to the walkings and talk to the girls. If this fine gentleman meets any single one of them in the next 2 hours, he's a gunner.
My dear Mama, you can save yourself the trouble. Before a man would speak to such women, he'd give himself up to the police. And if he went to the police, the sheriff would offer him a cigar, and over a cocktail they would discuss the social business in the street where things are they should be either. Or, my dear Papa, the sheriff was very merry at my wedding.
What's the name of the sheriff?
His name is Brown, but you only know him as Tiger Brown, because all of us afraid of him on the Tiger Brown. But my husband, you see, calls him Jackie. They were boyhood friends.
The Sheriff of London and the #1 criminal in England. They're probably the only thing in this fine city.
There's nothing against Mac in Scotland.
You know what? I see what's happening. Between Tuesday evening and Thursday morning, Mr. McKeith, surely my fairy gentleman, has enticed my daughter Polly Peachum under the pretext of marriage from her parental home. This will be sufficient to give him the death he so richly deserves. Mr. McKeith, he once had white kid gloves and a stick with an iron handle and spat over your paint blemishes and next highlight man or a scar on your neck, and you frequented the Octopus Hotel. All that now remains is that scarf on your neck, the least distinguishing of your valuable parts. Soon you will only sleep in prison cells, and after that you won't frequent anywhere.
Jonathan, you will never succeed, for it's Mackinnon Lake you're dealing with. People say he's the greatest criminal in London. He gets what he wants.
Who's Mackinnon Lake? Polly, get ready. We're going to the Sheriff of London, and you're going to Walker.
To his force.
For the wickedness of the world is so great that to run your legs off to avoid them from being stolen from underneath you.
And I, Papa, will be glad to shake the sheriff by his hands again. There's a thing I wanna try. Once in this my dark existence, to reward a restless insistence. Do you think I aim too high? Do you think I aim too high?
The right to happiness is fundamental. Man lives so little time and die alone. Nor is it altogether incidental that they want bread to eat and not a stone. The right to happiness is fundamental, and yet how great would be the innovation should someone claiming get that right to reign. But this old world is not that kind of place.
I wish I could sublime feel tropical existence to relieve your dark existence. All of us not aim so high. All of us not aim so high.
To be a good man, what a nice idea. And give the poor your money, that is fine. When all mankind is good, his kingdom's near. Who would not like to bask in light divine? To be a good man, what a nice idea. With a little pop of substance. Who would not like a peaceable existence? But this old world is not that kind of place.
He's right, your dear old dad. The world is poor and men are bad.
Of course he's right, your dear old dad. The world is poor and men are bad. An earthly paradise might be arranged if this old world of ours could be right where you stood. We'd all be grateful if we could. Let's say our children's fond of you, but if your pension would not do, they'd cut you down right where you stood. We'd all be human if we could.
Don't I know my confessing? The whole thing is depressing. The world is war and men are bad. We have nothing more to add.
The world is poor and men are bad. There is, of course, no more to add. It would be good instead of base, but this old world is not that kind of place. We take no comfort from your comfort. Everything's a heap of junk. The world is poor and men are bad. There is, of course, no more to add. We do not mind confessing. The whole thing is depressing. We take no comfort from your comfort. Everything's a heap of junk.
Mac! Mac, don't be afraid of me. My father's done something terrible. I got afraid at first, but then he thinks that I was a spirit for a while. I must pack quickly.
What? Pack? Nonsense. Don't worry, it's something quite different from packing.
I can't now. I'm so frightened. They're talking about Henry all the time.
I don't like it, Polly. When you're moody. There's nothing against me in Scotland.
No, perhaps there wasn't. The thing is terrible luck. Listen, everyone wants to partner with me. I don't know whether I should get through it. It's endless. You killed 2 shopkeepers, committed more than 30 burglaries, 23 street robberies, arsons, attempted murders, forgeries, perjuries, and all in 18 months. You're a terrible person, Mac. And in Winchester, you seduced 2 sisters, both under the age of consent.
What? You told me you were 21. What's Brown say?
Oh yeah, but the court said you didn't do anything more for me. Oh, Mac.
Well, if I must go, you will have to go to business.
Don't talk about business now. Here's your pal and promise that as far as he's concerned, you'll never enter.
Please, listen carefully. This is the staff. Go think of Jacob. We didn't have in business. That's the right button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. How much? Good work. Go see what happens. 9 more. Why the whip? I'll rely on this one. Put the stuff is on the counter. 3 weeks grace for him. Then the gallery. Simply return to Brown. Matthew, call him Money Matthew. You put in costing. Profitable when you put it. Pinch his sheep on the finest skin on backside and down. Give him a raise.
I'll give him a raise.
Robert, call him Robert Saul. Has thieves and other traits of genius. You won't end up in the cows. You will never come to anything.
Never come to ink.
Other than that, carrying the same as before. Job 7, wash, think about the day, and so forth.
You're right, Mac. I should just have to set the TV and my own business. What's yours is mine. But Mac, what about your rooms? Shall I give them up?
No, I need them.
But why? They only cost us money.
You seem to think I'm never going to come back.
What do you mean? You can take them again. Mac. Mac, I can't stand it any longer. I look at your lips and I don't hear what you're saying. It would be true to me, Mac.
Of course I'll be true to you. I was pretty like that. You think I'm alone? It's just another question I did.
I'm so glad you think of me when they're after like bloodhounds.
Send all the profits to Jenko, banking in Manchester. Between ourselves, it's only a matter of weeks before I switch to banking exclusively. Safely, as well as more profits. In 2 weeks or most, money must be out of business. Then you go to Brown and the 4 weeks of things you please. And in 4 weeks or most, the scum of the earth will stand in the trial of all values.
But how are you going to look them in the face when you're going to double-cross them like this and have them as good as hanged? Will you going to shake them by the hands again?
Oh, Money Matthew, go finger Jacob.
Hey, Captain. Hey, Captain.
Hey, Captain.
Captain, I've done a place for commission. There's a good hard work thing I've got. The Archbishop of Canterbury arrives in half an hour. When?
5:30. You must go at once. Yes, you must go at once.
What do you mean, you?
As far as I'm concerned, I have to take a trip to the country.
What? Are they going to nab you?
And just when the coronation coming off, the coronation without you with soup without spoon. Shut. I'm handing over the management of business to my wife for a short time. Oh.
Man, I think our captain can go away without having to work. We shall get him fine, huh?
I've got nothing to say, but a woman at a time like this. I'm not saying anything against you.
What do you say to that one?
You've made a good start, you son of a bitch. Of course, it is not saying anything against me, or these gentlemen would long ago have betrayed themselves and taken by me. Isn't that so, gentlemen?
Yeah, she's alright.
Ravel, our new captain knows the answer. Hooray for Polly!
Hooray for Polly!
It's a shame it can't be in London for coordination. You'll be a gold mine. A day, every house will empty, and at night, that's people drunk. That reminds me, you drink too much, right? Last week, you made it too obvious that it was you who set Sugar Hospital on fire. In Greenwich. If that happens again, you're set. Now, who set fire to your hospital?
I did.
Who's on fire?
You did,
Captain. Who did?
You did. This way, the likes of me will never come into the world.
You will come up just all of them. You're trying to compete with me. Have you ever heard Oxford professor, all these scientists in the state, made by some assistant? Of course not. Takes the credit himself.
Man, now you're in command while our husband's away. Payday every Thursday, man.
Every Thursday, man.
Now, come on along. Don't forget to make up with me.
And Mark, promise me you'll never look at another woman, and that you'll leave London at once. Believe me, you'll probably didn't say this out of jealousy, because it's important.
Holly, why would I want to get second-hand goods? I love only you. When it's dark enough, I should start off and get my black silence from the stable out there. And before you can see the moon on the window, I shall be far beyond high game war.
Don't tear my heart, my buddy. Stay with me and let us be happy.
I'll have to tear my own heart away from my body. But I must go and no one knows when I shall return.
It lasted for such a short time, Mark.
And now is it over?
Man, last night I had a dream. I was looking out at the window and I heard laughter from the street. And when I looked up, I saw a moon. The moon was quite thin, like a penny that's all around me. Don't forget me, Mark. We must try to study this.
Of course, I shall never forget Polly. Kiss me, Polly.
Oh, no.
Bye, Polly. For love that lasts forever, we're not so long. And never so many.
And he'll never come back to me. Sweet while it lasted, now it is over. Tear out your heart, say goodbye, you darling. For you sit your weeping, let ocean restore me. When it's plain my mother, no heart is before me. The Queen is in London on her way. Where shall we be on Coronation Day?
So, if you see Makita knife in the next few days, run to the nearest copper and report him. You get 10 shillings for it.
But do you think we'll see him if the police are after him? When the hunt starts, he won't be wasting any time with us.
Don't leave it to me, Jenny. If all London were after him, Marquis is not the one who gave up his old habit. There's a man who fights who Saint is bad. The butchers who all their men cat. He is a show without a way to swim in. What gets they
He won't come today.
Okay.
I don't think he'll ever come again.
That would be a pity.
Would it? If I know him, he's on TV right now. Ah, and away!
My coffee, please.
My coffee, please.
Why aren't you invited?
Well, there's it. And now that's try to disturb my habits. Besides, it's raining.
Evening the Queen. Captain McKee, is he?
I mean, did you?
Of course, the whole snap.
Look, here's another charge. Matt, give me your hand. Yes, Jenny. Read his hand.
A rich legacy?
No, not a rich legacy. Why are you looking at him like that, Jenny? It's enough to give anyone the shivers.
No longer in the near future?
No, not longer. What do you say then? Oh well, I see a narrow strip of darkness there, and a little love. Then I see a large T, which means the treachery of a woman. Then I see.
So, I'd like a few details about the narrow strip of darkness and the treasure. For example, the name of the treasured woman.
Well, I can only see start with J.
You're wrong. It begins with P.
When the British involves me out from Westminster, you have a bad time.
Go on. What's the matter now? How wrong, there's only three.
Ha! Then just it!
Nice honor, Raquel.
From the product to the coffin. On the word comes first.
I never were so. The gentleman immediately think you're ill. I've personally had great success with playing on it. That's because the gentleman feel at home with it.
Have you still got the black experiment?
Yeah, I would like it.
And what sort of honor do you have by doing?
Oh, I'm so ashamed. I can't reach my room. My outfit's mad. And you know, in doorways, you can't just have it up anywhere.
Finish.
No! I'm just a Rex!
But where's Jenny got to? Ladies, long before my star rose over this town, I lived in poor circumstances with one of you fair ladies. And though I'm like the night now, in my present happiness, I shall never forget the companion of my darker days. Above all, Jenny, who I love the best of all you girls. Listen. Once on a time, not so long ago, we shared a home together, I and she. I hadn't heard a dumb and turned a trick. I looked at her, and she subverted me. Some say
bordello.
Though that bordello was a home from home, after you go straight to Rome.
So out of this rabble, still got only one exit? Whoa!
My dear Mr. McKee, my husband always says the greatest hero in history always been trucked up over no obstacles.
When I inquire how your husband is.
Better. Well, now, you can take your leave of these ladies. Officers, please take Mr. McKee to his new lodgings. The gentleman will be leaving henceforth at the Old Bailey. And if you should wish to visit him, ladies, you can always find him at home. I knew it was his worst. I'll settle the bills. Farewell, ladies.
Hey, Jacobs, something's happened.
Where's Matt?
The couple was here.
Oh my god, I was here quite free. Oh god. Boys.
I hope my men don't catch him. Dear God, I hope he's being high game work for his old friend Jackie. But his father is my command. If they should bring him in now and he were to look at me with those faithful, friendly eyes, I can stand it. Thank God there's a moon. Once he's out in the country, he'll find his way all right. What's that? Around! Oh, dear God, they've got him.
Well, my minions, here we are again, back in our old house.
Mac, I didn't do it. Mac, I did everything. Mac, don't look at me like that, Mac. I can't bear it. Your silence is terrible. Don't pull that rope, you swine. Say something, Mac. Say something. Say something to old friend Jackie. Light in this darkness. I beseech you. He doesn't think we were the word.
That is a Cobra. An evil conscience incarnate. And a creature like that is very sure of London. Lucky to the bottom up. Well, I intended to do something of the sort. Then I thought a good punishing stare would send the sheriff down his back. It worked. I look at him whip bitterly. Got that trick from the Bible. So, Mr. Jerry, I suppose those are the items you find. With your permission, I should like a more comfortable here.
Certainly, Captain. We have them here at all prices. It depends on what you want to pay, from 1 to 10 guineas.
How much do now cost? 50. The devil it is. All that business with Lucy will come out. And when Brown, for what has done to her daughter, behind his friend back, he will turn into a real tiger. The first time in his life.
You made your bed. Now, lie on me.
But that troll is waiting outside. Well, I shall have to find time from now to execution. So, gentlemen, is this what you call living? Take no offense if you like to disagree. While still a child, I've heard of great misgivings. Only the well-to-do will take it easy. Great praises always lavish on great thinkers, who think of books but do not think of dinners. In some old chefs from evil human rascal thinner. I cannot buy some solitary stinkers for a simple living. Sin does not pay, and now I'm glad to hear the last of it. From here to home, no turtle of footings would live in such a lane for a day. Let them keep their freedom, let them keep their freedom. None but the round can take it. Those brave adventurers who find temptation in choosing freedom in and out of season, and rising their own necks for no good reason. But here we use adventurers, not fiction. See how they waste their wintry evening nap, and silently wintry wife to bed. Their Solomon thought 3,000 years ahead, and posted their temple for God and blood. Let them keep their bravery, no matter ways. None but the world can take a year. In spring I ask, can there be something to it? Do not let me be great and solitary, and leave your books around to January. And I say, my boy, you will live to it. Poverty makes you sad as well as wise, and bravery means danger with the fame. For lonely wise and braving heaven's name, go back to greatness, I return the price. Let them keep their bravery, no matter ways. None but the world can take it.
You miserable wretch, you! How can you look me in the face after all that has happened between us?
Lucy, have you no heart when you see your own husband in such condition?
My husband, you brute! So you think I know nothing about what you have been up to with Miss Peachum? I can scratch your eyes out.
Lucy, you're not so silly as to be jealous of Polly.
Have you not married to her, you beast?
Married, that's a good one. I talked to her. I visit her in the house, and from now on, I give her a short kiss. And then the silly bitch runs around, boasting about me being married to her. My darling Lucy, I'll do anything to reassure you. If you really think she and I are married, well and good. But what can a gentleman say? You cannot say more.
Oh, Mac, I only want to become an honest woman.
If you think you'll become an honest woman but married to me, good. What more can a gentleman say?
Where's my husband? Oh, Mac, there you are. You need to be ashamed of me. After all, I'm your wife.
You miserable Finn.
Mackie in prison. Why didn't you escape cross-legged more? You told me you wouldn't go to those women anymore. I knew what they did to you, but I didn't say anything. I believed you. Mac, I'll stick with you to death. Not a word, Mac. Not a look. Oh, Mac, think how you're probably suffering.
Oh, the slut.
Who's that, Mac? Who's that woman there? Tell her who I am. Am I not your wife? Look at me, Mac. Am I not your wife?
You treasure swine, having a two wife, you monster.
Say something. Am I not your wife? Haven't I done everything for you? When I entered the state of matrimony, I was pure and innocent. Didn't you hand up the game to me? And I did everything as we arranged, and I listened to her Jacob.
If you two can shut your trap for 5 minutes, I can explain the whole thing.
I know I will not shut my trap. I can't stand it. This is more than flesh and blood can stand.
Yes, my love. It's clear that woman,
That woman.
has such a physical priority, at least to all outward appearances. Such aggravation is enough to drive one mad.
Aggravation, that's rich. What you have gone and picked up, you dirty slut. So that's your beauty of Soho. That's your great conquest. Come right
loans to be able to park yourself in a window. Seriously, Polly, that's not the right moment right now.
You have the heart to deny me.
And you have the heart to chatter around you being married to me? Why, Polly, must you add on to my misery? Polly.
And really, Miss Peachum, making a show of yourself, quite apart from facts of this monstrous to excite a poor gentleman in this life.
The basic rule of decorum, my dear madam, will teach you. I believe that the person should behave with somewhat more restraint toward a gentleman in the presence of his wife.
Polly, that's carrying a very far.
And if you, my good madam, want to start the role here in prison, I should find myself compelled to some other wanted to show the door. I'd be sorry to do it, Miss Peachum.
Mrs. McKeith, permit me to tell you this, miss. These airs don't suit you to the least. My duty compels me to remain with my husband.
What do you say to that? What do you say? She won't go. She stand there and wait to be thrown out. She'll speak more plainly.
You, shut your filthy mouth, or I'll give us a smoking shout.
I'll have you kicked out, Miss Insolence. There's no shame might work with you. You don't understand delicacy.
You and your delicacy. I'm compromising my own dignity. And I'm taken for that. I am.
Well, look at my stomach, you troll up. Aren't you Iceland yet?
I suppose you're hoping to make something out of it. You really shouldn't have placed yourself in it. You fine lady.
Polly.
Mag, this is really too much. This really shouldn't have happened. I just don't know what I should do.
I knew it. She's with her fancy man. Come here this minute, yourself, you troll. Will you maintain? You behave yourself like a fine way to behave to your poor old mother. She has to come and fetch you out of prison. So, it's two at a time. That Nero.
Leave me alone, Mama. You know.
Come home this minute.
Listen to Dad. Your mama has to tell you how to behave.
Wait, March. Wait. I must just say something to him. Really, it's very important. And that's important too. Quick, ouch. Man.
You behave wonderfully, Lucy. Of course I feel sorry. That's why I couldn't treat a silly bitch as you deserve. I thought at first there was no truth in what she said, right?
I didn't think so, dearest.
With that being true, your mother would never guarantee this mess. A mother behaved like that to a seducer, not to a son-in-law.
It makes me so happy when you speak like that from the heart. I love you so much. I'd rather see you hang than in the arms of the other woman. It's not extraordinary.
Lucy, I'd like to owe my life to you.
It's wonderful the way you say that. Say it again.
Lucy, I'd like to owe my life to you.
Shall I escape with you, dearest?
Well, it would be difficult for us to hide to escape together. But as soon as the search is over, I'll have to fetch express post too, as you can imagine.
What can I do for you?
Bring me the hand stick. Lucy, the fruit of love which you carry beneath your heart will forever bind us together.
Give me that thing!
Hello, Mac. Please answer. It's Jackie. Mac, please be kind and answer. I can't bear it. Hey, Mackie, what's up? He's gone! Thank God!
I am Peachum. I've come to claim the £40 reward offered for the capture of Bantam McKeith. Is that Mr. McKeith there? Ah, so the other gentleman has gone for a walk, I see. I've come to visit a notorious criminal, and who do I find but Tiger Brown? Mr. Brown in, and Mr. McKeith out.
Mr. Peachum, it's not my fault.
Of course not. You wouldn't be so as to get yourself into this situation, would you, Brown?
Mr. Peachum, I am beside myself.
Oh, I believe you, Brown. You must feel horrible.
Yes, this feeling of helplessness is crushing. The boys just do what they like. It's terrible. Terrible.
Wouldn't you just like to lie down a little? Shut your eyes and imagine as if none of this has ever happened. Imagine yourself in a lovely green meadow with little white clouds overhead. The first thing is that this nasty fear out of everyone's mind. What's happened and for worse was yet to come.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's phenomenal the way you're keeping it. Why, if it were me, I'd simply collapse, drink a nice hot cup of tea, and of course, I'd enter a nice cool hand to stroke my forehead.
Damn you! I can't help it if a man escapes. The police can't do anything.
Oh, so the police can't do anything. You don't really need to have Mr. McKee's back here again, do you? Then what will happen to you, Brown, is a horrible injustice. Of course, the people are going to say they shouldn't have let him escape in the first place. No, I can't quite see that brilliant cornies in possession just yet.
What do you mean?
May I remind you of a certain historical instance which, although it did arouse considerable excitement in its time, 1400 BC, is largely unknown to the public of today. When the Egyptian king, Ramses II, died, his chief of police of Nineveh, or was it Cairo, was charged with some petty injustice towards the lower classes. Even at that time, the results were terrible. The coronation possession of the new queen, Semiramis, was described as, well, what history called a succession of catastrophes caused by the all too unlucky participation of the lower classes. The historians are far too squeamish to describe when Semiramis became chief of police. I only remember bits and pieces of it, but I do recall snakes that nourished at his bosom.
Really?
The Lord be with you, Brown.
No. Only an iron hand will do any good. Smith! Conference! Emergency!
Exclusively by mortal sin.
All you who say my name, lightness decreases, and who decide when only it is a sin. Your prior obligation is to feed us when we having lunch. Your preaching can begin. Until you feed us right or wrong can wait. Or is this only those who have the money can enter in the land of milk and
At this very hour, in our 11th district, between Drury Lane and Wapping, there are 1,432 men like you, going on such awards as to be present at the coronation of our queen.
Come on. If you want work, get back. You wish to be a glowing man, you can't even read proper cake. That's supposed to be a child's handwriting, not an old man's.
There's a lot of honor lining up. Little do they dream that today the grandest day of the military lives they've got to do with us.
Here comes the lady.
My dear madam.
Wow. You look as though you're full of money. I suppose you've come for the money for your Mr. McKee. You get nothing. Understand? Nothing.
So what are we to understand by that, madam?
Bursting to my room in the middle of the night. Coming to a respectable house at 3 o'clock in the morning. You'd better just leave off the bed. You look like skim milk.
So are we to not to get our contractual fees for having Mr. McKee? Now, madam?
Quite correct. In fact, you get something you don't like instead of your glove money.
And why, madam?
Because your wonderful Mr. McKee has vanished in thin air. That's why. Now get out of my decent house, ladies.
That's the limit. Don't try it on with us. I give you a fair warning. Don't try it on with us.
Fellas, the ladies would like to be shown out.
I'm right. Keep your dirty mouth shut. Or
Oh, what is the matter? I hope you haven't given them any money. Well, ladies, what is the issue? Is Mr. McKee in prison or is he not?
leave me in peace, Mr. McKee. You're not passionate. I have to send a gentleman away tonight because someone wants to cry my pillows. How every time I thought how I sold that real gentleman to you. And yes, lady, what do you think happened this morning? Not an hour ago, when I just tried to cry myself to sleep, that little whistle. Down the street stood a gentleman that's been crying. He asked me to throw down a key to him and wishes to forget the wrong that I've done to him in my arms. Yes, lady, he's the last gentleman left in London. And if our colleague, Sucky Tawdry, isn't here with us now, it's because he went from me to her to come force us well.
Sucky Tawdry.
So now you know. Don't compare to me. Low down performance!
Belcher, run to the nearest police station and tell them that certain Mr. McKee is staying with Miss Sucky Tawdry. Oh, but ladies, why are you quarreling? Your money will be paid in full, of course. Celia, don't you think it would be more beneficial if you got these ladies a nice cup of tea instead of insulting them to their faces?
Sucky Tawdry.
There's a man toward the gallows races, the quick climb spot that will rise traces. Is that the men and do their duty? But what's his mind on now? This chap's a beauty. Here at the gallows foot you acquiesce, for such is so cruel submissiveness. His head has been so large as to his stoop. You see the money enough in his hand, and now he begins to understand that woman's love this will be too. His way of approaching is uneasy, but when the night is falling, he is rising.
Oh, come on, come on! You'd all be rotting in the zoos of walking if I hadn't spent sleepless nights trying to work out how to attract a few pence in your hobby. And you know, I did look up something. that the rich do indeed create misery, but they can't bear to look at it. So long as they have enough to eat, they can grease their floors with butter, so that even their crumbs that fall off their table may grow nice and fat. They can't look with indifference towards a man who collapses from starvation. However, of course, it must be in front of their house that he collapses.
You can come to the trap and fetch your money, but only after the coronation.
Speechless.
Fall in! We assemble in 1 hour behind Buckingham Palace. Now, quick march!
The convoys are moving as far as the station.
Hide yourselves and prepare the orchestra. Now, listen to me. When I say harmless.
Harmless? I don't understand a thing.
Of course you don't understand a thing! When I say harmless, thank God that's the password. The place with no music. Now get out!
And now, Mr. Beggar's friend, we take action. Gotham Smith. So those are a few of your charming notices.
Morning, Brown. Morning. Slept will have you? Morning, Brown.
Is he talking to me? Does he know any of you? I don't think I have a pleasure of acquaintance.
Haven't you? Morning, Brown.
Nah, just have a Smith.
Brown, since your way leads past my house, I said past, I can now ask you to put Sir Mishma key on your lock key.
The madness, Madam Smith. Stop laughing. How is it possible that this notorious criminal is allowed at lunch in London?
Because he's your friend.
Who?
Mackie the knife. Not me. I'm not a criminal. I'm just a poor man, Brown. You can't treat me badly. Listen, Brown, you're on the verge of the worst hour of your life. Would you like a cup of coffee? Girls, give the gentleman a drink. That's the way to behave. We're all friends here. We all belong to the law. The law is simply and fully made for the execution of those who do not break the law, or, forgive cannot obey it. And of course, those who do not follow this location must strictly obey the law.
You think our judges are bribable?
On the contrary, sir, on the contrary. Our judges are completely unbribable. No amount of money would bribe them to dispense justice. Departure of the troops to line the route. Departure of the first of the fourth half an hour later.
Quite right, Mr. Keacham. Departure of the first of the fourth in half an hour. They're reported for their winter quarters in prison. Well, round him up all the patriots can find him. Have you ever heard of Tiger Brown? Tonight, Mr. Peacham, I have found a solution, and I may add, I am safe from death. I shall simply smoke up your whole nest, and I shall lock you all up. Yes. For street begging, you seem to inform me that you were going to bother me and acquainted with your beggars. This beggars that I shall now arrest, that will teach you something.
All very well. But what beggars?
This cripple's here. Smith, we'll take the fatty on the gentleman with this right away.
Brown, I can see you from overstepping your position. Thank God you came to me. All you can rest here are a few young folk. They are harmless after all. Harmless!
What's that?
Music. They play as well as they can. The song of futility. Haven't you heard it? That'll teach you something, Brown. A man lives off his head. That head will not suffice. Just try it, you will find your head will gossip brought to lies. For the task assigned them, manners much enough for sly. And hero can blind them with a clever lie. Go make yourself a plan and be a shining light. Then make yourself a second plan, for neither will come right. For the situation, men are bad enough for vile. Human aspiration only makes me smile. Go running after luck, but don't you run too fast. We all are running after luck, and luck is running last. For the bleak conditions, men are more demanding than is meet. Their ideal ambitions are a great big cheat. Your plan was ingenious, Brown, but impractical. All you can arrest here are a few young folk who decided to arrange a small fancy dress ball for the coronation of their queen. When the really poor come, there's not a single one here. You'll see they come in thousands. That's the problem, Brown. You forgot to think of the monstrous numbers of the poor. And all of them at the door of the Abbey? We'd rather avoid that, Brown. They don't look very good. They're not very cheery. Do you know what Aristobulus is down? Imagine 100 of these mutilated creatures with Aristobulus on their faces. And at the door of the Abbey, we would definitely want to avoid that, Brown. You say you please make trouble with the poor people, but that's your trouble. You don't believe it yourself. What would it look like if such an poor cripples had been knocked down by your truncheons? Oh, it would look bad. Just because of the coronation, it would look terrible. And Big Front feel enough to feel sick. In fact, I feel ill. A chair, please!
Smith, this is a trap. It's blackmail. We can't do anything to this man. In the interest of public order, we can't do anything to this man. Such things never happened before.
Oh, it has happened now. Let me tell you something, Brown. You can try and do what you want to do, plead daily, but just try to suck the toes of the poorest man above and we will do you Brown, Mr. Brown.
Then, there's Mackie the knife. Arrest him. You can talk, but you've got to catch your man before you can arrest him.
When you say that, I cannot contradict you. So, I shall have him simply produced for you. Jenny, where is Uncle Stuart Keith staying?
With Sakataki, 621 Oxford Street.
Smith, go around to 61 Oxford Street, Sakataji's flat. Arrest Mackie and bring him to the Old Bailey. In the meantime, I must change into my uniform. On occasions like this, I must well full dress.
Brown, if he's not paying by 6.
Oh, Mackie, it didn't work.
That'll teach him something. Drums, the 3rd time. A fresh new plan of the pay, the Old Bailey. Now, quick march! Since men are just no good, pick up a piece of wood, then hit them on the head with it, then maybe they'll be good. For the human function, they'll be better off when they are dead. So without compunction, hit them on the head.
Pauline McKee would like to speak to you.
Mrs. McKee, sure am.
Good morning, madam. Madam, good morning.
What can I help you?
You recognize me again.
Of course I recognize you.
I've come to that part of my behavior yesterday.
Very interesting.
I have no excuse at all for my behavior yesterday, except my unhappiness.
I see.
You must forgive me. I was very upset yesterday by Mr. McKee's behavior. He really shouldn't have placed us in such a position. Don't you agree? You can tell him so when you see him.
I don't see him.
You do see him.
I do not see him.
I'm sorry.
He is very fond of you.
Oh no, he loves you. I know that all right. But a man always fears a woman who loves him too much. And the natural result is that he neglects a woman and avoids her. I saw at first glance that he was bound to you in someone that naturally couldn't guess.
Do you really mean that, honestly?
Certainly. Of course. Very honestly.
Dear Miss Peachum, we have both loved him too much.
Perhaps that was it. And now I'll explain how I came about it. 10 days ago, I met Mr. McKee's for the first time in the Octopus Hotel. And my mother was there too. Later, that is, the day before yesterday, we got married. Yesterday, I discovered that the police wanted him for a great many crimes. And today, I just don't know what happened. So you see, 12 years ago, I wouldn't have dreamed that I could ever fall for a man.
I quite understand, Miss Peachum.
Mrs. McKee.
Mrs. McKee.
And indeed, during the last few hours, I've been thinking a lot about this fellow. It's not so simple. For you see, Miss Brown, I have every reason to envy his behavior towards you the other day. When I had to leave, coerced, I must admit, by my mama, he showed not the slightest regret. But perhaps he hasn't got a heart, just a stone in his place. What do you think, Lucy?
Dear Miss Peachum, I'm not quite sure if the fault lies entirely on Mr. McKee. Perhaps you should have kept your own source, Miss Peachum.
Mrs. McKee.
Mrs. McKee.
You're quite right. Or perhaps that I ought to have kept everything, as my father says, on the business basis.
Of course.
He's all that I have.
My dear, this is a misfortune that can never happen to the cleverest woman. But you're legally his wife. Comfort yourself with that. Child, I can't bear to go on seeing you being so depressed. May I bring you over to something?
A little what?
A little something to eat.
Yes, please, a little something to eat. That's a little fool.
Not a bit now.
You really give yourself too much trouble. A lovely picture you have of him. When did you bring it?
What do you mean, bring it?
I meant, when did he bring it up here?
He didn't bring it here.
Didn't he give it to you right here in this room?
He never was in this room.
I see. Then there would have been nothing in that. The past and fate are already terribly complicated.
Don't talk such tribes at the time. You can't be just spun around.
You know where he is, don't you?
I don't know where he is.
Tell me where he is this minute.
I haven't the slightest idea.
So you don't know where he is? Word of honor?
I don't. And you don't either?
No. This is monstrous. He's got 2 responsibilities now, and he's run up both of us.
Oh, Paul, this is so awful. I can't bear it any longer.
But I'm so glad at the end of this tragedy I found a friend like you. Have some more? Another hint?
Oh, Polly, don't be so kind to me. Really, I don't deserve it. Oh, Polly, men aren't worth it.
Of course men aren't worth it. But what can one do?
I'm come clean, Polly. Don't be angry with me.
What?
This is not real.
What isn't?
This. I just saw with a crew.
It's a trick. Oh, wonderful. You are a little fool. Listen. You want Becky? I'll give him to you. Take him when you find him.
Come on, hurry up!
What's that?
It's Becky. They've got him again.
Then all is over.
Polly, there
In here with him. The bells have rung once already. Try me him like a man. I don't know how you managed to look so washed out. I should think you must be ashamed of yourself. When the bell rings for the third time, that'll be 6 o'clock. You must be already here.
Every street in York has been jammed with people for the last quarter of an hour. It's impossible to get through.
Extraordinary. How do they know already?
If it goes on like this, the whole of London will know in half an hour. Those who are going through coronation will all come here instead. The Queen will have to drive through empty streets.
That's why we shall have to hurry. If we are through by 6, people can be back on the coronation route by 7. Get on with it.
Hey Smith, what's the time?
Haven't you got eyes? 4 minutes past 5.
4 minutes past 5. Is he there?
You want to see him?
No, for God's sake, manage it all yourself.
Smith, listen. I won't say a thing. Not a thing I want to drive. You know all about that. If that's just how you drive, you have to leave the country. You have to do that. But you also need money to live on for the rest of your life. £1,000. What I do? Must be 20 minutes. I'll let you know if you get that £1,000 in midday. Not mentioning anyone's feeling. So go outside, think it over carefully. Life is short, so is money. I'm not sure if I can raise it. But meanwhile, anyone who wants to see me.
You are talking nonsense, Mr. McKee.
Hard to avoid the place were really hard. Here lies my key beneath the hawthorn tree. Nor beneath the elm of the dungeon dark, he's struck down by the angry queers of life. God grants to hear what he does say. He thickest walls around the chain entwined. Do not hear, my friend, what he does say. When he's dead, we all remember why, but when he does live, then in your age, we must march it on and endure for I.
Well, my boys, you look like God's deferring.
Now the captain's away, I got to get the ladies pregnant, so when they're resting, I'm not responsible for their actions. What is the physic of the standard for this job? Can I speak to the captain?
5:25. After all, I'm gonna get paid, man. 5:28. I'm actually gonna draw a private deposit immediately. At 5 o'clock in the morning? It is really as bad as that. £400. Can you manage that?
What about us? Dental days.
Oh, you're gonna get angry about
Did we sleep in Saki Todri instead of making ourselves scarce? Did we or did you?
it. Shut up, sleeping somewhere else and with that child. 5:30.
Hurry up. I suppose we have to do this.
Miss Brown told me to ask what you like for.
Leave me alone!
breakfast.
Well, you already not. Oh, it's very
I'm certainly not going to be shouted at.
I'm not shouting at you. It's because. No, Matthew, are you gonna watch me get hanged?
Of course we're not going to let you be hanged. Whoever suggested. But that's all. £100 is all there is. What's allowed to say, I suppose?
5:30.
Hurry up, Matthew. We'll be too late.
We can only get through. The streets are jammed.
You're not here by 5 to 6. You'll never see me again. You'll never see me again.
They are off. Well, I'll go there.
£400. I must speak to Brown.
You got the soap?
It's not right, sir.
You'll be able to set the thing up in 10 minutes.
But the trouble isn't working yet.
It must work. The bells have rung the second time.
How awful place.
Alas, he's fallen from his high estate. All his affairs has gone from bad to worse. Will you who recognize your beyond the fate, but place your battle on that first. You better rescue him, or while day he will drag you down into the dungeon grim. Run to the queen, for your McKeith. Say to her, the path has come to you. Tell her that the man of sorrow has flamed for teeth, or must he march his on, and endure for I.
I can't let you in. You're number 16. It's not your turn yet.
What do you mean by number 16? I am his wife. I must speak to him.
In 5 minutes at the most.
What do you mean 5 minutes? That's ridiculous. 5 minutes! You just can't say that. It's not as simple as all that. This is goodbye forever. There's such a lot to be said between man and wife. Where is he?
Well, can't you see him?
Yes, thank you.
Molly.
Yes, Becky, here I am.
Yes, of course.
How are you doing? Very done up. It's hard.
Yes. What will you do? What will become of you?
Our business is doing very well, Mac. That is the least of our trouble. Mackie, who's your father? Are you very nervous? There's such a lot I haven't known. And I don't understand it at all. You were really always quite healthy.
Molly, can't you help me out?
Of course.
With money, talk to the lawyer here.
The money has come to Southampton.
And you have a man?
No, I haven't any. But do you know, Mac, perhaps I can speak to someone. Maybe the queen herself. Mac.
Got your £1,000?
Take care of yourself, Mac. Never forget me.
Is that very standard?
Yes, it is.
What does he want, Smith? I'm glad you waited for a waiting table. We'll take it with us and we'll see what consideration we have for you. Hello, Mac. Is your asparagus? Won't you try it a little?
Don't trouble yourself, Mr. Brown. There are other people who do me the last one.
But Mac,
Well, I should like to account. Give me if it me right. After all, this is my last meal.
good appetite. Oh, Mac, you would miss with a red hot eye.
The account clerk, please. No send it down.
I have brought it back. Here's the account for the last 6 months.
I see. So you only come to get your money out of me?
Mac, you know that's not true.
Alright. You shouldn't be able to do it. How much I owe you? Please. I should like a detailed check. Life and business is trustful and you're the one who did the work.
Mac, when you speak like that, I can think straight.
Alright, they will hold.
The account, Brown.
Very well, if you insist, there are rewards for the arrest you and your people may possible. You reserve from the government and all.
30 pounds. And 3 murders of 40 pounds each makes 120 pounds. And the court has 30 pounds which we owe you.
Yes, but I don't know, Mac. At the last minute, as it were,
Please, cut the service. Cut the service. 30 pounds, and the one is over 8 pounds.
But only 8 pounds for that
Do
was.
you trust me or do you not? So in the past half years, there were 38 pounds due to you.
A lifetime together. I knew your every thought.
By just looking in your eyes. 3 years in London, John and James are both on the scene. And 5 years here. And this is all the thanks I get. There hangs McKeith, who near assaulted Ron, his former friend betrayed. A hand on the rope of phantom long, his neck, and tell him what his blood waits.
Mac, if you were going to treat me like this, whoever attacks my honor attacks me.
Your honor?
Yes, my honor. Smith, begin. Let the people in.
Excuse me, please.
I can still get you out, but in 1 minute, it'll be too late.
Yes,
Have you got the money?
As soon as the boys are back.
But there's no sound though. Well, that's off.
Then you want to let us in? But I told you, if you don't get something hand up on my way, you'll get to know Ginny Jetty better than you like.
Pardon me. Which of those present may be Mr. McKeith? Please, Mr. McKeith, as decreed, you should become my son-in-law out my door. The circumstances in which we meet are very tragic. Mr. McKeith, you once had white kid gloves and a stick with an iron handle, and spat of your pink leather shoes, and then like manner of scar on you, and you frequented the Octopus Hotel. Look at you now. You only frequent jail cells, and soon you won't frequent anywhere.
You know, Bob, we couldn't get through because of the crowd, but we ran so fast that I thought Jacob was going to have a stroke. If you don't believe
What
it.
does the man say? Have they got good places?
Derek, Captain, we knew you understand. Look, we don't have a connection every day. The men need to earn what they can. They ask to be remembered to you.
Kindly.
Mr. McKeith, who would thought of this when a week ago, the little Paris at the old Paris Hotel?
Yes, a little dance.
Here below, fate is cruel.
And with this man, I stood at Azerbaijan, shoulder to shoulder, in the river of fire.
That's gross. You're a terrible person. Not a soul wants a coronation. We all want to see you.
Want to see me?
Come on, 6 o'clock.
We'll not keep the people waiting. Ladies, gentlemen, today you see the vanishing representative of a vanishing class. Us, bourgeois artisans, who works our honest chimneys on the cash box of small shopkeepers, are being swallowed like great concerns backed by the banks. What's the pickle to the bank share? What's the burden of the bank to the family of the bank? What is the murder of a man to the employment of a man? My fellow citizens, I hereby take my leave of you. Thank you all for coming. Some of you have been really close to me. That Jenny, who should have given me up, astonishing me greatly. It's a clear proof that the world will always remain the same. The concurrence of several unfortunate circumstances has brought about my fall. Good, I fall. There's
witches with their balsam showing to fleshly manly young, the urchin just behind the boy to try to feel so simple and outlaw bandit devils, or Christian souls who love war, abortionists and pimps and vomit. I cried for mercy, one and all. Except the clubbers, sons of bitches, where every evening, every morning, and those lights come dripping from their leashes, and frequently without a warning. Police, my epidemic is before today I'll let that fall. Pretend I love the sons of bitches, and cry to mercy, one and all. Or I can smash their ugly faces and crush them with an iron wall. But one can't always help the faces. I cry to mercy, one and all.
If you please, Mr. McKeith.
Holly and Lucy, stand by your husband in his last hour.
Oh, come on!
And so, gentlemen, to this point we have come to see what Captain Mackey's fate is, which proves in the whole Christendom nothing has ever granted us any gratis. But lest you jump to conclusion, we are parties to the deal and in collusion. Captain Mackey will not be completely a day. We have devised another end instead. You will all hear, yes, it is quite loud, that mercy will give justice quite a dreadful height. This is an opera, and we mean to do you proud. The royal messenger will make his entrance right out.
Who comes? The royal messenger riding comes.
On the occasion of a coronation, our gracious queen commands that one Captain McKeith shall at once be released. At the same time, he is raised to the permanent rank of the nobility. Number and pension of 10,000 pounds a year are all his, as long as he shall live. Well, all happy couples here. Our great queen presents her very cordial congratulations.
Where do you need this greatest? Still, God's help be the nearest.
A rescue! A rescue! My dearest Mackie has been rescued. I'm so happy.
Now, everything has come to a happy end. How calm and peaceful would our life be always if a messenger came from the king whenever we wanted.
And so, all those who remain standing where they are now, speak the chorale of the poorest of the poor, whose difficult life has taught us something today. In reality, their end is generally bad. Mounted messengers from the queen come far too seldom, and if you kick a man, he will kick you back. Therefore, we can never be too eager to combat injustice. Combat injustice!
But in moderation, such things will freeze to death if left alone.
Remember,
this whole realm of tribulation is black as pitch and cold